And the Oscar goes to...
Anora.
Did Anora really deserve Best Picture, or did the Academy pick it for all the wrong reasons? I do want to be fully transparent with you guys because I haven't watched Anora in full. I actually only watched a few of the clips, the trailer, and the ending of it. And I know some of you guys might want to rip me apart in the comments for hosting an opinion on a movie that I haven't seen, but just hear me out for a second. I just don't believe in watching things with nudity. That's just my preference. And to be blunt, this movie contains a lot of graphic content, which personally I don't think is necessary for storytelling. Before we dive in, quick announcement. We have been active on this giveaway for Qazi's Toolkit for the past 2 weeks, and today we are revealing the winner, so stick around till the end of the video. What did stand out to me and why I actually made this video was the visual storytelling, the cinematography, and the way they actually captured real locations. And that's what we're actually breaking down today. You see, Anora was actually shot on 35mm film with a tiny budget of around $6 million, which isn't really tiny, but it's a lot for us, right? But they also had a ton of location challenges and an approach that's almost unheard of in Hollywood. That's why Anora didn't just win Best Picture, it deserved it. I know some people are out here saying, oh, but what about Dune 2? Or what about The Brutalist? Look, I get it. These movies are masterpieces in their own right. And honestly, I would have loved to see Dune 2 win the Academy Award for Best Picture. But that didn't happen, right? And to be honest, these two films, they were huge, they were bold, and they were technically stunning. But Anora, I mean, they made bold choices, and this film was pure filmmaking. Most movies today are too clean, too artificial, and too safe. And I even made a video about this right here. But Anora, on the other hand, it actually proves that movies don't have to look overly processed or artificial. Drew Daniels and Sean Baker, they made choices that most modern filmmakers just don't make anymore. They didn't rely on digital smoothing and color grading presets to create a look. They shot on film. They let the light be imperfect. They embraced the rawness instead of trying to fix everything in post. And the results? Well, it looks jaw-dropping stunning. It feels alive. It feels like a real place with real people in real light. That's what's missing from so many films today. But Anora, it brings it back, right? And that alone makes this a historic win. And it gets even crazier. Anora was shot in over 30 locations, and that's just insane to think about. You know, they had to move everything to a completely new place. And if you guys ever worked on a film set, you know that's complete hell, okay? And for comparison, a big studio film, it would build a lot of those locations on a soundstage, right? They would control the environment, make it easier, but Anora, on the other hand, every single shot was done on location, using real streets, real clubs, real spaces, and that's why it feels so authentic, because honestly, it is. When Annie is actually walking through Brooklyn, that's not some set-built version of Brooklyn, right? That's actually Brooklyn. And when the camera follows her through a chaotic nightclub, that's not a carefully lit soundstage. That's a real club full of raw, real energy. They actually captured the soul of the city, and that's something money can't buy. And here's where it matters for you, because you don't need a massive budget to make a film feel cinematic. And that final scene, I'm not going to spoil it, but if you've seen it, you guys will know. A film's ending is everything. It's the last thing the audience experiences before the light comes up. It's what stays in their mind. And Anora's ending, it actually reminds me of another film shot back in the 50s with one of the greatest final scenes in cinema history, and that is Sunset Boulevard.
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
Now, if you haven't seen Sunset Boulevard, first of all, I want to encourage you to go watch it because it's a Hollywood classic. But let me just set the scene, set the stage for you guys. We got, Gloria Swanson playing Norma Desmond, and she's like descending into this madness state. Norma Desmond's slow walk toward the camera and the haunting stare and that soft focus glow, it's one of the most powerful character breakdowns in movie history. But here's the thing, Anora, it does the exact opposite. And that's what makes it brilliant in its own right. Like where Sunset Boulevard is actually big, dramatic, and theatrical, Anora is subtle, quiet, and devastatingly real. That final scene between Annie and Igor in the car, there's like no grand monologue, right? There's no music swelling. There's no dramatic camera movement. Instead, it's just complete silence. It's just silent. A single moment of vulnerability. And for the entire movie, Annie is in control. Like she's navigating the world, making her own choices, playing the game, but in that final scene, for the first time, she lets her guard down, and it's completely heartbreaking, like extremely heartbreaking. That's the difference though. Sunset Boulevard, it leaves you with a performance so theatrical it's unforgettable, while we got Anora leaving you with a moment so real it lingers in your gut. And I feel like this is a lesson for us all right here. Both endings actually work, but how you end a film defines how your audience will remember it. Do you go for a big theatrical finale, or do you let the audience sit with the weight of the moment? See, Anora doesn't tell you how to feel, it makes you feel it. That's what makes Anora so special. It's not trying to be Sunset Boulevard. It's not trying to be anything other than completely unapologetically itself. And in an industry that's obsessed with playing it safe, that's exactly why it stands out. Everything Anora did, you can too. We got to remember, Anora was an independent film. It wasn't a big Hollywood production, right? Now, you don't need a massive budget to make your film feel cinematic. That's where I'm getting at, all right? Shooting on film is expensive. Don't get me wrong, it's expensive because, I mean, let's just be honest. For an average feature film, it can cost anywhere from $9,000 just to get all the rolls, get them processed. It's expensive just to shoot on film nowadays. And I get that. Processing alone can drain almost your entire budget if you're not careful. But here's the thing, you don't need 35mm to get that look. What you need is the mindset. You need that mindset right here. Because Drew Daniels didn't just shoot on film, he shot like he was shooting on film. He was intentional. Every frame mattered, every shot had weight. He let the imperfections stay. He didn't overcorrect, he let the light bloom, and he let skin tones breathe. Even if you're shooting digital, you can experiment with lenses, filters, and lighting to get that organic look. And then we got all the real locations, the raw locations, right? On-set locations. This is huge because a real location does half the work for you. Like a real apartment, a real bar, a real alleyway. It gives you film texture, it gives you depth, and a feeling you just can't build in a studio. And here is the kicker, it's actually cheaper. You don't need a Hollywood budget, you just need to scout. You need to find the right spots and frame them right. Just work with what's available. That's exactly what Sean Baker did. And the final piece, true performance. Like Mikey Madison, she didn't give a big Oscar bait performance, right? She gave a real one, a raw one, and that's where directing comes in. If you guys are a filmmaker, you need to create a space where your actors feel free. And that's what Anora teaches us. It's not about money, it's about making bold choices, embracing imperfections, and committing to authenticity. And that's why this win isn't just about Anora. It's about what it means for indie filmmakers everywhere. Because if Anora can win Best Picture, What's stopping you from making a film that changes the game? But there's something else we have to talk about. There have been conversations about the working conditions on Anora's set. Some sources claim that the production companies cut corners, and there have been concerns about how the crew was treated. Now, we don't know what's true and what's not, but it does raise a bigger question. How far should a film go to achieve realism, and at what cost? I want to hear from you guys. Do you think Anora truly deserved Best Picture for its cinematography and filmmaking, or do you think that the Academy's decision was influenced by something else? Let's talk about that in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell so you don't miss future videos. It actually really helps the channel grow, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. Now, though, it is the moment that we've been all waiting for. We're going to reveal the winner of Qazi's Toolkit. And the winner of Qazi's Toolkit is Randy Harper. Now, Randy, congratulations. I'm going to be sending you an email here shortly. And for everyone else, stay tuned because we got more giveaways coming soon, especially one next week. I'm not going to say what it is, but it is a different plugin. We're going to be launching another giveaway. You guys got to tune in next week to actually know which plugin we're giving away. As always, though, practice and create.